everyone. This is Pastor Josh here for your midweek message. And the text we're going to talk about today comes from Luke chapter 18. It's the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. And both the Pharisee and the tax collector go into the temple there to give their offering. And the Pharisee beats his breast and says, "Oh, what a sinner am I," makes this kind of profession of faith so everybody can see how holy he is. And the tax collector just is meek and mild. And it got me thinking about our stewardship campaign. We're in our second week of our stewardship campaign. And it got me thinking about what is stewardship and what is giving. Why do we give? What is the purpose of giving? What is the purpose of that expression? And I think this parable, fittingly, talks right to the point. The struggle we have as people of faith, is that we think we own stuff. We think that we work for our money, that we have built this family, that we have these friends, that we possess quite a bit of things. It's the American way. That's my car, it's my house, it's my wife, it's my husband, it's my kids, they're mine, they're all mine. This is my church. And the fact of the matter is that that's not really true. Or at least it's not the biblical way of looking at it. Maybe that's a better way of talking about it. That they are yours. It's probably your name on the deed. It's you signed a wedding marriage license, and that's these are your kids. You were there for them, and yet these things that have been given to us, they're also not ours, and that's a hard concept to grasp, because God is the one that gave these things to us. God is the one that blessed us and has sustained us and have provided for us. And we are stewards. That's why we have a stewardship emphasis, is because it's this reminder that we are stewards, that we are people who have been given these goods that aren't ours, but that we are supposed to take care of them. We're supposed to nurture them, develop them, grow them. And that is counterintuitive to us. We think about it as we do these stewardship campaigns, and we say, hey, come give money to the church. Hey, volunteer your time for the church. Take what's yours and give it to us. And that's not exactly the right way to do it. What we're really struggling with is taking what is already God's and giving it back to God. It's about God is blessing us, and that we could take possession of that blessing, or we can return it back to God. And that's a fine shade of gray, and I totally know that. I readily admit it. But it changes the way we look at the world. It changes the way we look at our possessions. It changes the way we kind of interact with the world, because it forces us to realize that God is a bigger part of our world and a bigger part of our lives. It's very much like the farmer. The farmer goes out and he tills the field and he plants his crops, but he has no control over the rain. He has no control over the sun. If the sun shines too much or not enough, what's he do? If it rains not enough or too much, what does he do? If there's a disease or a pestilence or a tornado, what can he do? Not a whole lot. And so we have our work to do, and we have to be good stewards. But it's also about the providence and the provision of God. And therein lies the struggle of us as Christians, and where our faith is, and what does it mean to be good stewards? What does it mean to be willing to give? So I hope that helps this week, and I hope to see you on Sunday. God bless.